Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's have a look at problem 2515, shortest distance to target string in a circular array. In this video, we are going to share a solution based on simulation, in other words, following the problem statement. First, I'll read through the problem statement to digest the problem, and then we explain the code and the logic. First, let's look at the problem statement. We are given a zero-indexed circular string called word, and a string called target. A circular array means that the array's end connects to the array's beginning. So here is some explanation. So formally, the next element of word I is word. So I plus 1 modulo m. So this is the part we need to notice. And the previous element of word I is corresponding to the index I minus 1. In other words, move to the left, and then plus n, then modulus m, where n is the length of the word. So starting from the start index, which is going to be the argument, so we can move to either the next word or the previous word with one step at a time. So we are required to return the shortest distance needed to reach the string target. If the string target does not exist in words, return -1. So here are three examples. So in example 3, so it corresponds to a case that the target word does not exist, so we return -1. So in the first example and the second example, the returns are both 1. So in the first one, so starting from index 1, so we can move to hello to the left one step, right? So this is the one understanding. So in example 2, so we want to start from index 0. So we want to reach Leetcode. So we are going to move to the left by 1 unit. So we get this index n-1, that is 2, right? So we return 1 also. So here, let's also look at the constraints for this problem. First, the array words has a length bounded above by 100. So 100 actually is not a very large number. Secondly, so each of the elements in the words list has a length bounded above also by 100. So words I and the target consist of only lowercase English letters. So because we want to compare if two strings are equal or not, so we need to pay attention to the second constraint. And lastly, the start index will be in bound, right? So greater or equal to 0 and less than the length. So with that said, so we're ready to do the analysis. So as we mentioned, so here we're going to write a code simulating the process. So for this purpose, first I'm going to introduce a variable n, which is the length of this array or this list of words. So notice that n is no less than 1 as a constraint, right? So next, I'm going to introduce a steps, n step equals 0. So notice that if we have n elements in the list, we need to check at most n-1 times for the number of steps, right? So this is one observation. So next, I'm going to introduce two indices. So it's going to be the start index. So we're going to use J to move forward and use I to move backward, right? So then, next, so let's do this check. So well, n steps less than n, right? So we know we just need to check at most n-1 steps, right? So well, this is less than n, so we are going to check if the words I equals target, or words G equals target. So the earlier one of the I and the G reaches the target, so we are going to return the n steps. Right? This is what our logic. Otherwise, so neither the two correspond to a target. So we are going to move this I and the G backward and forward respectively. So each move corresponds to increment the n steps by 1. So here we are going to reset I to be I minus 1 plus n modulo m. So j is going to be j plus 1 modulo m. Because we use the modulo m, right? So the result of I and j are always in between 0 and n. So 0 inclusive and n not inclusive. So with that said, if in between nothing has returned, so we are going to return -1. It means that so the target does not exist in the word list. So with that said, we are ready to do a check. Let's first do this check. So here, actually, this is correspond to example 1, I guess. So here, before we do the generic test, let's test example 3. So here, the target is 8, which does not exist in the list, and the start index is 0. So let's do this check. So it's -1, right? As expected. Now let's do the generic check. Yeah, it passes all the generic cases. So this is actually a solution format to this problem. So you can try other solution formats. With that said, I guess that's about it for this specific problem. Here, actually, the modulo operation plays an important role to make the indices in bounds. So with that said, I guess that's about it for this video. Thank you.